Hey bees, I'm Marie from Humblebee and Me, and today we are making this lovely crystal clear, cheerily green Christmas tree body wash. So this is the last Christmas tree themed project of this Christmas 2019 making season. If you want to see all of the projects associated with this theme, make sure you go down to the description box and I will throw a link to them down there. So this body wash is actually pretty simple, and the whole thing seemed pretty simple and easy and lovely and happy until I hit a really weird hitch. So I started developing this body wash base as part of some of my Formula Botanica coursework, and everything was well and good, and I made some versions of this in October, and then I liked it a lot. It was doing very well, and so I came home from Europe and was like, all right, well, let's make some Christmas scented versions of this. And so I still had the original versions that I'd made back in October, and they were looking great, super stable, and then I made two slightly different Christmas versions, and they both went weird on me. So this is one of them, and you can see that there's a sharp line here, and there's two different phases kind of, which is not good. And if we tip this, what we'll see is that the top is this really thick, you can really see that, there we go, thick viscous liquid or solidy gel thing. And then this is this really thin, watery liquid. So what the heck, right? It's completely separated. So I did quite a lot of investigative work, and I could probably write a whole blog on kind of the investigative work that I did on it, but I narrowed it down to the inclusion of benzyl benzoate, which is a fragrant compound that's present in a lot of fragrance oils and some essential oils, but it was present in all the essential oils and all the fragrant oils that I was using for Christmas things, for this Christmas theme, except for fir needle essential oil, which is what we're using today. And yeah, you can definitely see that this is not the same as this, and definitely, not what we want. So if you want to use a different fragrance oil, do not use anything that contains benzyl benzoate. And also, if you have any insights as to why this would happen, I would be thrilled to hear from you, because it's so weird. Here, we have a little bit of a puppy hello. Our surfactant blend is one I have been using quite a lot lately because I really like it. It's a combination of non-ionic Capryl and Caprylyl glucoside and amphoteric Cocamidopropyl Betaine. So this is a really nice, mild blend that naturally has a skin-friendly pH, so we don't have to adjust things at the end. Everything is liquid, so it's very easy to work with, and I really like just kind of the way the bubbles are and everything. And then it's thickened with a new to me ingredient called hydroxyethylcellulose, and I've had so much fun playing with this in especially surfactant concoctions, because not only does it make really crystal clear, gorgeous gels, sort of very much unlike something like guar gum, which I'm not a huge fan of the feel of that, but it also really boosts surfactant performance. So at the end of the video, I show you the kind of bubbles that we can get with this body wash, and it's amazing. I have colored the body wash using lake dyes, so that's how we get this nice, clear color. But if you wanted to use a mica, you totally could. The hydroxyethylcellulose will absolutely keep it in suspension, so we have a very shimmery end product. This is pretty darn simple to make. You're kind of generally just heating the heated phase, and everything is in the heated phase except for the preservative and the essential oils, so those get stirred in at the end when everything is thickened and cooled. And that's pretty much it. As always, I do have more information on the blog, so there's links to all the ingredients, information on substitution, scaling, shelf life, alternatives for the hydroxyethylcellulose if you do not have it. There's information on more of the ingredients in the encyclopedia as well, so there's lots to learn there. So definitely a recommended click. It's down in the description box below. But come on, let's go get sudsy. We're going to begin by combining our hydroxyethylcellulose with some vegetable glycerin. So this is 11.2 grams of vegetable glycerin and 2.8 grams of hydroxyethylcellulose. I'm going to use a small wire whisk to combine this into a uniform paste. Now that we have our slurry done, we can add 16.8 grams of Capryl and Caprylyl glucoside, 8.4 grams of Cocamidopropyl Betaine, and 98.6 grams distilled water. Now that we've got everything in there, but before we heat it up to thicken it, we're going to add our pigments. So these are lake dyes. I've chosen them because they're water soluble, so they give us a really nice clear green hue. And they're just much easier to incorporate when the body wash has not been thickened yet. These things are incredibly potent, so I have left room for them in the formula, but I would really recommend you just sort of adding them until you have a color that you're happy with in extraordinarily teensy amounts, as you can see. So we're just kind of going for a nice Christmassy green, and obviously you can make it more of a blue green by adding more blue, and more of a yellowy green by adding more yellow. I think I kind of like that hue, so I think we're done with our colors. Up next is weighing everything and noting that weight so we can replace any water lost to evaporation. And now to heat it through, we're going to pop it in a water bath. So this is a small saucepan with about 1 inch or 3 centimeters of water in the bottom and a little silicone drink trivet to sort of further insulate things. And I'm going to go put this on the stovetop over medium heat for about half an hour, stirring every 3 to 4 minutes until it has thickened up. All right, so it's been about 20 minutes. You can see that this has thickened up quite a lot. A few little bubbles from whisking, but those go away quite quickly. We can remove our water bath and set that aside. And now we just need to replace any water lost to evaporation. Not much at all, less than 1 gram. And now we just need this to cool to room temperature so that we can add our cool down ingredients, our preservative and our essential oil. So I'm just going to remove the tea towel and put that there on the cool counter and let it chill out. Now that this has cooled down, we can add our cool down ingredients. You can also kind of take a look at it from the side there. You can see it's this like lovely, bright green, thick, bubbly concoction. So pop this on the scale and tare it. For our preservative, we're going to add 0.7 grams liquid germall plus. And for our essential oil, we're going to add 1.4 grams of fir needle essential oil. Give that a stir to combine. It will become a little milky looking, but that clears up quite quickly. Now it's time to package things up. So here I have a 4 ounce, 120 milliliter Tottle, and I'm going to just brace it in this mason jar to hold it upright. And I've got a funnel here, which you can pop in there, and now we can fill her up. You'll want to move fairly slowly because, as you can see, this is really quite viscous, and it does take a wee while to kind of work its way down through the funnel. You can see 140 grams is just about a perfect fit for one of these lovely little tubes. I wanted to show you what the body wash looks like once all the bubbles have come out. There's still quite a lot of bubbles in this one that we just made, but this one has been sitting for a couple days, and the bubbles came out probably within like 6-ish hours, and you can just see there's just the one bubble, and it's a really lovely clear gel. I also thought we could take a little bit of a look at the consistency with just sort of less of it. It's a little easier to see what's going on. So you can see that it spreads just very nicely. It's very smooth and clear, which I think is very cool. And obviously we also need a look at the bubbles. So I'm going to pop a bit of water in this beaker and then go to town on it with a milk frother. You can really get a feel for the lather. So that's pretty darn cool. There was maybe like a centimeter of water in the bottom of this beaker, and now it's like completely full of just the most delightful, rich, creamy, just amazing lather. I have actually used some of the sort of failed experiments from this as bubble bath, and it works really, really, really well as well. Just, oh my gosh, look at so many bubbles. Oh, this is delightful. Definitely a fan. I find that one simple squirt of this stuff on a loofah will do your whole body and then some. And there we are. So you just made some gorgeous Christmas tree body wash. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, and please go down to the description box below this video to click through to find this recipe on my blog, where you'll find links to all the ingredients, information on substitutions, scaling, and shelf life, as well as links to my quite comprehensive FAQ and ever-growing encyclopedia. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.